G'day peoples. If you're anything like me, I like to check out a campsite before I actually make a booking. But because there's no photos or anything on the website for national parks, I've decided to check out all the different campsites at Bribie Island on the Ocean Beach Campground. Now, before we start, there is no such thing as site number 1. That's completely gone. And also site number 4 has disappeared, even though it shows it on the map, but there's actually nothing there at all. So let's get into it and check out all the other ones. So see you at the end. And this is campsite 2, just up around the corner there. And this is campsite 3. Yeah, great spot for me. Got a tree there to protect me from the wind. And according to the map, campsite 5 is off to the right here, and campsite 4 is supposed to be off to the left. But there's actually no sign of campsite 4 anymore. So you can scratch that one off the list. And this one up the end here is campsite 5. Okay, here we are at site 6. Which is a great little spot. You've got views over the ocean from your campsite. You can actually park in underneath the shade in the back there if you want to, or you can park out here where you get a bit of sun. So not a bad view at all, and fairly private. This one's probably my favourite. And this is campsite 7 and 8. That's campsite 7. Go and have a look at campsite 8. This would be a steep little one to get in. Tie up, good view. Number 9. Yeah, this would be nice if it wasn't windy.
You'd have to reverse it.
No, the trees are too low.
So that's the thing, if you don't know that, I was worried when we first started to drive in, I'm thinking, shit, these are low, because it goes, oh, this is going to be...
And this is campsite 11. And here we've got site 14 and 15. At 14 over there. That's site 15. This is campsite 16 and 17. Hey. Hey, good. and that's 16. And this is site 18 to 21. Okay, got site 18. And here we have site 19, all off on its own, very well protected. And this one is site 20. A couple of goannas there. And this is site 21. So a bit of an angle for car parking. And this is site 22 and 23. That's site 22. And this is a much bigger site, 23. Well protected. Not far down to the beach. Now this is site 24. Fire spot. A shady little spot if you want to pull up in a car or van or something. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot. And this one is site 25, which has a separate entrance but is right beside site 28. Okay, this is site 26. And this one's on a bit of a hill, but it's site 27. That's site 28. And this is site 29. And sites 30 to 34. Pretty steep getting in. Okay, you've got campsites 31 to 34 that way, and campsite 30 is a little one on its own there. And this is campsite 30. It's fairly protected and well away from anyone else, apart from the campsites next door. This is campsite 31. And campsite 32. Campsite 33. There he is. And this one is campsite 34. And we have site 35 and 36. Okay, a fairly shady spots in here. It's 35 and 36. And there is a path leading off to a path that follows along for another half a k or so to the toilets. So this is very well protected if you like shade. Okay, sites 37 through to 53, which also has the toilets and the dump point. sites 37 to 45. So this is site 37. This little sliver here is site 38. 39, there's not really much room to park. And site 40 in there. 41. There's your park there, and you've got the little spot in there. And 42. 43. Looks like it's in there. That's the entrance to 43. And site 44. And I'd say this one is site 45. Site 46 in there. You got site 47, drops down in there, which is right beside 46. Site 48 drops down in there. Very shady. Okay, 49 is in there. Site 50, which is down there. Site 51 is in there. Okay, site 52 is like a sort of a double one. And site 53 drops down into the shady bit as well. And then you've got the exit going back out to the beach. And here we have sites 54 and 55. Okay, over this side is site 54. If we walk over to the right, it's site 55. I don't know if you can see the sign up there, but that's site 56. Yeah, nice private little spot. It's a fairly steep entrance into this one. This is site 57 and 58. It's pretty much a walk-in site for 57 and the same for 58. Okay, this is a bit chewed out from people trying to get in. And this is campsite 59. Good one? No? Yeah, a lot of mozzies in here. And here we have site number 60. It's got a gate over here, so I don't know what that's for. Can't see any numbered site little sign, so I'm not really sure if this is a site or not, but we'll walk in and have a look. Looks like this is a loop track in to site 62 to 64, but the other end of the loop doesn't actually have a sign on it, which is just slightly south of here. Well, campsite 61. We got site 62, 63 and 64. They're all walk-in only. Okay, this is site 62. Lots of mozzies. That's just there is site 63. And this one here is site 64. And that's the end of the camping area. And we're now in Poverty Creek Campground. So I'll take a little drive around the campground. That's site number 1. Site number 2. Site number 3. Site number 4. Over on the left is site number 5. Back on the right for site number 6, and on the left site number 7. Site number 8's on the right again, but we've got site 14 on the left. This is site 8. I think that's site 13. Site 9. Site 10 and site 11 car parks are basically together. And you got site 12 on the left. And I think we've got a group camping area over there where that other camper is. Does have a dump point. Okay, Gallaghers camping area right beside the mangroves. Campsite 1. Campsite 2. And campsite 3. Now we go up to the other end. Campsite 4. Campsite 5. And campsite 6. Okay, that's all the campsites done. I hope you find that interesting and useful, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.